I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Ps4. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Ps4 for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret it. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking, if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cup.
To my help! And death to the others!
Oh, these blue bloods, they aren't worth tuppence.
You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Hello, sir.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting. So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I've unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
be going this way. You want me dead? Is that it?
To my help! And death to the others!
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lord.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
Greetings. I hope your day will be better than...
The alchemists of the Alliance have been...
May the disease never afflict you, Your Excellency. I saw that they were loading some merchandise onto this ship. Undoubtedly another departure for this marvelous island.
Have a nice day, sire.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
E aí galera, resolvi comentar sobre esse jogo aqui. Esse jogo é bem legal, tem bastante coisa pra comentar. As coisas que tá acontecendo aí. Vou passar um resumo, né? Parece que eu sou de uma família nobre, eu sou um príncipe. E tem uma doença aí que chegou, não sei se é nessa cidade, mas uma doença está devastando a cidade aí. Parece que eu também tenho essa doença, pelo menos essa marca aqui no pescoço. A minha mãe, que também era uma princesa, ela tá doente, né, por causa dessa doença desse jogo aqui. E parece que eu entrei em um tipo de exército, né? Deixa eu só pegar esse negócio aqui no chão. Aí nesse jogo você rouba tudo na frente de todo mundo, ninguém fala nada, deve ser porque eu sou príncipe. Mas... E aí parece que eu tenho que ir numa outra cidade pra... talvez ver a cura dessa doença ou confrontar os inimigos dessa cidade aqui. Então, no momento enfrentei alguns inimigos aleatórios aí, né? Eu escolhi aí a classe de magia. Parece que é a mais apelona que tem no jogo. Mas aí dificilmente eu escolho mago, né? Geralmente escolho guerreiro, quando tem anão eu escolho anão. Mas dessa vez escolhi o mago aí pra gente diversificar um pouco, já que meu companheiro ele é um guerreiro, né? Um soldado. Aí no momento eu fiz uma última missão, né? Eu encontrei um alquimista. Falaram que ele enganava o povo. O que é isso aqui? Um aviso mal escrito. E o cara era alquimista, eu tive a oportunidade de matar ele, mas parecia que a causa dele era justa, eu deixei ele fugir. E o jogo às vezes é um tanto quanto engraçado nessas partes. E eu vou continuando pegando as coisas aqui de todo mundo, sem ninguém questionar nada. Então tá bom, né? Se tá deixando pegar, eu pego as coisas aí. Uma hora tudo isso vai servir pra alguma coisa. Ó, tem mais coisa ali em cima, vou pegar. Uma alquimia de dano, munição. Deixa eu atrapalhar o tiozinho que eu vou, desculpa. Sujei o chão aqui. Vamos ver o que eu tenho aqui pra equipar. Tem bota nova. Vamos ver essas botas aqui. Botas de soldado, botas confortáveis. Mas acho que qualidade a minha é melhor, né? Porém, essas daqui tem uma armadura melhor. Essa aqui tem resistência a elemento, eu vou deixar essa aqui mesmo. Deixa eu ver a do meu parça. O Kurt. Deixa eu ver a bota dele. A bota dele é top, ó. Por que eu não tenho uma bota dessa aí? Ainda não sei usar arma de fogo, então não adianta eu equipar. Resina de pinheiro. Cara, que negócio é esse? Legal que tudo tem imagem nesse jogo pra mostrar o que é, como que é. Não é só um negócio que você pega no chão ali qualquer, tudo mostra uma imagem ali das coisas que você vai achando. O que é esse cara aqui? Quem que ele?
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my
Parece que
help
tem
in any way?
terceiro parça aí que vai
What will be your official title on Tier 3D?
vai acompanhar aí na
Or are you just
aventura,
here
né?
to keep an
Só
eye
os
on
dois,
us?
parece que tem mais um
Come now, don't
que eu
be
ainda não encontrei.
ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Nesse jogo, né, como quase todos os RPG aí, o povo fala pra caramba. Às vezes fica cansativo, né, esse tipo de jogo. Tem gente que gosta de jogo só de ação, que não tem muita conversa.
Lively there, lads and lasses!
Ah, eu vim
I
encontrar o
promised the
maluco, eu não
merchants
queria
and
encontrar
their
ele ainda.
prince we'd be off before the tide.
Esse Capitão Vasco aí.
You man, carry that
Deve ser
properly.
ruim pra caramba, né,
That
pelo
porcelain
nome.
is worth more than your life. Some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew.
Ah, ele é
If all is in
sobrinho
order,
do
we will soon
príncipe,
be
né?
embarking on your boat.
Entendi.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Nossa, quantas perguntas. Tá. Deixa eu ver
I have a
sobre...
favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain,
I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wants in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
Tem que procurar o carinha que vai comigo. Tem mais coisa aqui pra pegar. Mais dinheiro. Deve ter mais umas coisinhas por aqui, não? Então vamos lá. Vamos recolher as missões ativas aí. Eu tenho que achar um maluquinho. Missão principal. Ah, esse aqui é interessante. Vou fazer essa daqui. Controlado por outras facções. Ah, é proibido vir pra cá, permitido enganar ela. Entendi. Então, se eu arrumar treta.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Deixa eu ver no mapa se isso parece que eu tô em outra área. Não. Então, se eles me verem, eles brigam comigo. Tem uma galerinha aqui dentro, aqui, ó. Ah, eu tenho que ir até ali. Tá.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Então, vamos lá. Então, eu tenho que fazer uma bebida batizada. Capotar os guardas. Vamos ver pra onde eu tenho que ir. 101 metros pra cá? Não, pra cá. Um monte de coisa aqui. Pra onde que eu vou? Opa, mais coisa aqui, que é isso? Espinheiro. Parece que é no mesmo lugar duas missões. Ah, não. Vamos ver. Eu tenho que fazer essa aqui. Preciso de uma garrafa de brandy, uma poção de sono. Eu tenho ciência? Acho que eu tenho. Para fazer a poção de sono preciso de um fungo e nonos íspidos. Eita. A garrafa de brandy. Pera aí. Vamos ver se eu tenho nível. Talentos. Criação, vigor, carinho, ciência. Não tenho ciência. Então acho que eu não vou conseguir fazer essa missão por enquanto. Vou fazer a outra. Ó, deixa eu...
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Não, planta do maluquinho.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look.
Oh, bicho
Perhaps it can be
pegou, hein?
repaired.
If you can fix
Baladinha
it,
foi boa.
I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Ah, pagar, né? Tem
Here you
dinheiro.
are, to cover your
Achei
expenses.
bastante no chão.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
Não, não,
I need to
agora
be
eu-
off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Então tá. O que eu tenho que fazer agora? Ainda tenho que fazer a bebida, né? Fazer uma cachaça. Só que eu não sei fazer a cachaça. Vou tentar de novo. Eu tenho que fazer... uma poção do solo. Mas faltam umas coisas ainda. Deixa eu ver as outras missões. Trocar de missão, depois eu volto para fazer essa.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Be back soon, Captain.
Peraí, vamos lá. Encontre o atravessador. Aqui eu tenho Constantine.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin.
Tá, já entendi.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our...
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Vamos ver sobre esse grumete.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Be back soon, Captain.
A gente tem que conversar. Fazer as missões com calma. Deixa eu ver. Tem aqui embaixo. Dá pra subir aqui, não? Não tô achando ninguém aqui.
I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. Well,
I certainly hope so.
I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Deixa eu ver o que mais. Espingaiada. Mano, eu vou entrar aqui.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Não, por aqui não dá. Então se eu entrar ali, os caras me capturar, eles vão descer a porrada. se eu abrir esse aqui... Ué? Dá pra baixar? Não, peraí. Então eu consigo entrar... Eu não agacho. Só falta magia. Deixa eu dar um rolê aqui, velho. Poxa. Ah, eu agacho sim. Consigo agachar. Maluco ali. Opa, opa. Ai, caramba. Ah, agora tudo faz sentido. O basicão do RPG, né? Eu não consigo roubar isso aqui. Cadê o maluco? Ah, tá lá. Consigo subir? Eita, tem outro aqui. Esse aqui vai me ver, hein? Complicado. Da voadora. Mano, você tá com uma arma na mão, você dá uma voadora. Cadê o outro maluco? Ah, morreu. Que merda. Não queria que eles me vissem, não. Pelo menos ganhei uma chapeleta nova aqui, vamos ver. As coisas ficam tremendo na tela, estranho. Ah, chapéuzinho bem melhor ali do Jack Sparrow. É isso aí, bichão. Isso aqui também. Pronto. Então é isso, consigo entrar, eles só não podem me ver. Alterar os registros. Ela vai me ver, caraca. Não. Ah, não é ela, não é ele. Onde está esses bagulho? Deixa eu mudar a missão de novo. Ah, me viu. Pô, só fui ver a missão porque ele levantou. O bicho burro, viu, mano? Agora eu tô na porrada de todo mundo aqui. Vai dar voadora não. Cadê o outro? Eita, morreu aqui em cima. A roupinha pelo menos. Deixa eu ver, o chapéu é igual. Era essa roupa que precisava pegar pra que eles não me reconhecessem. Aí no fim das contas acabei matando todo mundo. Deixa eu ver se ele tem uma coisa para trocar. O chapéu é melhor que o dele. Isso aqui. Deixa eu ver a roupa. E já tem a roupa top. Tem menos armadura, não vou colocar não. E a bota ele tem a top também. Aqui não consigo roubar. Então pera aí, vou voltar na missão. Que é esse aqui. Vou colocar a roupa toda, né? Não sei se eu tenho que estar só com a roupa de cima, mas vou colocar a bota também de marinheiro aqui. Vai que, né? O pessoal fica reparando no meu pé. Minha reputação já tá indo lá pra baixo, já que tô matando todo mundo. Tem aqui luva de marinheiro, eu tenho que colocar a roupa em mim e nele ou só em mim? Às vezes são aqui.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Tem a chave ali de cela. Não consigo libertar alguém. Não consigo pular daqui não. Desculpa aí, galera. Não foi por mal não que eu matei vocês. Então vamos ver. Vamos colocar roupa de marinheiro nele, né? Vai que depois eu coloco a roupa certa. Não achei luva. Bom, agora vai ser igualzinho.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss.
Simples assim.
Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Deixa eu entrar aí, né? Não consigo pegar. Beleza, o que eu tenho que fazer agora? Ah, isso eu não quero. Isso. Eu posso vir aqui? Isso.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
Quem é esse maluco? Não posso abrir? Ah, eu tô com uma chave de cadeia aqui. Depois eu volto. Prisão náutica. Depois eu volto aqui. Tudo isso porque eu me vesti de marinheiro. Entendi. Eu vou entrar aqui também. Esse aqui é aquela hora que eu subi e desci. Agora se eu vier pra cá, preciso trocar a roupa de novo? Não.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Meio sua reputação. Vamos ver o que tem de missão. Acabou então, cadê? Siri. Mas onde que é essa guarda da moeda que eu não lembro? Machado da Aliança, família, Aliança Erudita, família Fontaine, aqui. É isso? Aqui? É aqui. Cadê o maluco? Acho que o maluco não tá aqui não. Ué. Pergunta é: tem que trocar de roupa de novo, será? Então vou pôr. É, deu pra usar a roupa dele, ó. Mas. Essa luva é melhor também, vou trocar a luva, né? Deixa eu ver. Essa é a bota dele também, né? Do parça. Trocar a roupa do parça. A luva tá certa. A bota, isso aqui. Não, né? Pera aí. Vou fazer essa. Você tem, tio.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Espada boa aqui. Vender agora não. Vender esse chapéu. Deixar de marinheiro por enquanto. Tá bêbado o cara aqui, mano. Fuzil eu vou deixar por enquanto. Bota de soldado tem um monte, né? Vou uma. E essa bolsa também. O colar é dele.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
O que você tem aí? Ui. Tem dinheiro? Cadê meu dinheiro? Não. 245. Não tem. Tem, mas não uso duas. Ó, essa aqui é da hora, hein? Machadinho também. Quanto que tá esse machadinho? 184. Tem um anel. Tem mais anel? Anel do noviço. Quer ser igual a mim. Claymore. É. Então, sei que eu posso usar a arma de uma mão. Acho que vou usar essa aqui.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Não, aqui eu uso o anel. Aqui eu uso esse. Eu usava esse, vou usar esse. É isso. Posso usar. Deixa eu vender
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Nossa, não vale nada.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taking the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart, and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. If the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Não bebo.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Então, tá então. Eu bebo pra caramba.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Opa. Elevado.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man. He knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Vamos embora pro bar de novo, né? O bar onde tudo acontece nesse jogo. Terminei essa missão e vou acabar, hein, pessoal. As coisas aqui. É lá mesmo no bar. Parece que ele tava jogando um truco. Vamos ver se a gente acha ele. Ó, de novo. É a 10ª vez que eu falo com esse cara. Eu não vou mais dar dinheiro pra ele.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water. Anything else?
Vou dar tapa na sua cara se falar que conversa fiada de novo, hein?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Beleza, então... O cara deve estar lá em... Opa! Espingou isso aqui.
Who are you? I don't
O cara tá com a
recognize you.
doença ao olho dele.
Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the Canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Ah, então o bicho vai pegar pro lado dele. É lá em cima, né? Nunca virou uma... Deixa eu ver como eu tô de poção. Vou colocar a roupa do marinheiro também, que é mais forte. A fogueira não apaga nunca, hein? Essa fogueira é braba. 57 metros.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Faço assim, entrar na casa dos outros aqui. diz assim.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Fishing?
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
She? Não tem uma musiquinha nesse jogo. Agora tem. Onde eu tô indo? Não, por aqui não. Pra cá. Vamos passar o que tem aqui. Botar baú aqui. Então vou ter que ir lá de novo. Meus marinheiros. Ops.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract.
In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nords?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
Quantos metros? 20. Really?
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time.
I certainly hope so. Oh.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Então, peraí. Ele tá preso. Esse maluco também tá preso. Tá. Vai eu de novo. Licença, licença. Falar com a velha de novo, vai dar umas porradas em mim daqui a pouco.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the Prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Véia safada.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hair out of style? Does your
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Então, peraí. Colocar roupa de marinheiro nele também, né? Vai saber. Marinheiro.
So de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
If I hadn't taken him back, he would have been hauled off on one of the cursed ships.
If that's what he wants, then why would you want to stop him?
For his mother. She misses him so. But in the end, you may be right. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament. Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell. It's not possible just now. My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Ah, finalmente. Não tem mais nada, né? Vai saber quando eu vou voltar pra cá. Eu vim por aqui, deixa eu ver que o velho tá. E essa escada aqui? Ah, tinha uma outra entrada aqui, ó. Escondida. Interessante, interessante. Opa, fizemos presunto. Sai. Terminei essa missão logo, que isso aqui já deu trabalho já.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Be back soon, Captain.
Finalmente acabou essa missão chata do caramba. O que eu tenho que fazer? Tá, vou salvar. Depois de salvar, acabou o joguinho. Beleza, valeu galera. Até a próxima.